Hey guys, what's going on? Darren here, and welcome back to the F1 22 My Team career mode. And this time, we're at Baku for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. If you've missed the last episode, what are you doing? Go back, go check out the Monaco Grand Prix. It was a fantastic race, and spoiler alert, we scored our first points. Yes, we finally got our first points in Formula 1 for Pulse Motorsport. It was a brilliant race. There was safety car, there was ultimate opportunist moves by me, and really that's what scored us the points, was the ultimate opportunist moves, and also really the fact that we were able to outsmart some of the AI drivers. Some of them were being a bit silly, and we outsmarted them, and we scored our first points. Now we're moving on to Baku, but before we do that, we've got a department event to complete.
How do you want us to deal with this one?
And so it's invest in flashy facilities or save the cash. It's only $50,000, but we get 1,000 team acclaim, and the team acclaim is what's more important. $50,000, it's really nothing, especially with all the inflation we've got these days. So we're going to accept that. We're going to have the extra acclaim because that is what we need. So going now to the Baku weekend, and just before we get the weekend underway, we had one of these Pirelli hot lap challenges, and this was the rival duel, which I have found is one of the easiest ones to do. It's actually really easy versus the other ones. So this is the rival duel at Baku, where you're facing off against your apparent rival, Mr. Tremblay. And yeah, you've literally just got to get around this last part of the track. This part, which is of course flat out in Formula 1 cars. It's really not in these McLarens. Yeah, once you get through that, yeah, it was quite easy. The first one, you start off ahead of your rival. In the second round, you start wheel to wheel. And then in the third round, Tremblay starts ahead of you. So we won round one. We also won round two. As you can see in the top right, it's already green. So we go straight to round three, where we are behind Mr. Tremblay. But look at the start Tremblay doesn't get versus the start that we do get. And we just fly past him into turn one. And from that, it was an easy win. So, honestly, rival duel, easiest gold you can get in the challenge series. But now let's go into the weekend for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and let's take a look at the car performance index, and look at McLaren. McLaren here have jumped up ahead of AlphaTauri, Alpine, and Haas with one huge upgrade package. They're now right on the heels of Alfa Romeo and are by far the fifth fastest car now. So that was interesting. McLaren making huge strides, and that's important because you have to remember Daniel Ricciardo is now my rival in this season. So you can see we're just going to practice, and look at this. We just start practice, and Sebastian Vettel, we get told, is out of the session. And what does he do? He locks up and smashes into the wall. So yeah, that's him out. And then we go later in the session. You can see that Norris out, Schumacher out, Pierre Gasly out. What has happened here? Leclerc's out and we're out with some barriers that are just... What the hell's going on here? The barriers have absolutely just gone insane. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I was just minding my own business. Started the lap. Schumacher crashed at the castle section. Leclerc crashed there. And then all of a sudden the walls just went absolutely insane, and they just shot us off like we've been shot out of a cannon, and then we just get fired and fired and fired. Yeah, that was a weird one. Hopefully our driver has recovered in time for qualifying, which is about to come up now. So thankfully our driver recovered from that life-threatening incident, which would have killed many mere mortals, but not Darren Bentley of Pulse Motorsports. And we're able to take part in qualifying. You can see here, as we're doing our final run in qualifying, you can see that Kevin Magnussen is out of the session. So I'm like, well, what's happened to Magnussen? So let's do it. We go on board with Magnussen, and Magnussen locks up and smashes into the wall, much like Sebastian Vettel did in practice. So that's Kevin Magnussen out of qualifying. And if you take a look right now, our rival Daniel Ricciardo is currently down in P20. We're behind him in P21, but look at our current lap. We're up by over a second. So We're a long way up. And Ricciardo, he's in danger here of being beaten by us because if you can see on the minimap, he's not on track. Ricciardo down in P21. Are we going to beat our rival here? We go now up to the line. It's that very long drag run. 1.1 seconds up. Here we go. We got the DRS now. Run to the line. Now we're going to beat Daniel Ricciardo. Are we going to qualify behind him? We out-qualified Daniel Ricciardo. It's P20 for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Not a great qualifying, but we are ahead.
A warm welcome to you all at home for today's Azerbaijan Grand Prix, a race that in its short history has already proven no stranger to drama, and where a fourth row start is just about as likely to give you a podium as pole position, with Lance Stroll and Sergio Perez finishing third from there in 2017 and 2018 respectively. Baku City Circuit then. It's an unpredictable 3.7-mile track around the streets of the Azerbaijan capital. 20 turns for our drivers to navigate today, including the infamous Turn 8, one of the tightest and most challenging corners of the season. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Hamilton, Sergio Perez and Russell, Bottas, Mick Schumacher, Fernando Alonso and Esteban Ocon, Tsunoda, Gasly, Guan Yu Zhou and Vettel, Norris, Albon, Nicholas Latifi and Kevin Magnussen, Bennett, Théo Pourchaire, Ricciardo and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. It's race day yet again, and joining me for a chat is Anthony Davidson. And our racers are certainly in for a rough day today. What will you be watching out for as they head into turn 1?
Well, the start of the race is always one of the most nerve-wracking parts. You have to hope that everyone is able to get off to a clean start, and this is possibly the trickiest part of the entire race. So many drivers in such a small space, and finding your braking point into turn 1 as well is a testament to the driver's skill that there aren't more incidents.
So, looking at the strategy, we looked at a potential 2-stop there, going mediums to soft, but to be honest, it's not really worth it. As usual, we're just going to go the standard 1-stop, mediums to hards. We got plus 0.8 laps of fuel as well for the Grand Prix. So here we go now, we're waiting on those 5 red lights, so when they go out, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix will be underway. Lights out, and away we go, and we get a huge snap of oversteer. That's a terrible start there. Huge snap of oversteer, and we hit our teammate Théo Pourchaire. And going into turn 1 now, we do go down the inside past Kevin Magnussen. And are we going to be able to get the GOAT himself, Latifi, into turn 2? Here we go, down the inside past Latifi, past Norris. And are we also going to get Albon and Zhou Guanyu? Yes, we do. No, we don't, do we? Let's have a look. Going down the straight now, Zhou Guanyu and Alex Albon have so much straight line speed. They fly past me, but on the brakes, there we go, down the inside past them. But we get hit there by Lando Norris. Norris just hits us there. And we have a warning there for a collision with Norris, but I think that was more Norris's fault because he just shoved his car down the inside at a spot that he had no chance of overtaking. Look at that, he's so pinched at the apex. He had no way of getting past us, so he hits us, knocks us into Zhou Guanyu, and I wonder if that's going to have done some damage there to the Chinese driver's car, because look at that, it looks like he got pinched into the wall there. So it'd be interesting to see if Zhou Guanyu boxes at the end of this lap, because he had some front wing damage due to Norris pushing me into him there. But you can see he's gone through this section there. Ocon and Alonso wheel to wheel. Sorry, that's Vettel and Ocon wheel to wheel, and that really held up Ocon. And I do wonder here if either Ocon or Alonso has some front wing damage potentially, because they're going very slowly, and that's allowing me to get up to the back of Pierre Gasly and Yuki Tsunoda. Those cars are much faster than us, especially in a straight line. We are very slow in a straight line. And yeah, you'll see as the race goes on how much it really does affect us, just how slow we are in a straight line. You can see Norris said he was looking for a move, but he just couldn't manage to make it stick. But he's going to go down the inside here. Is he going to be able to make it stick? We run wide due to Norris going down the inside, but Norris is not able there to make it stick or really go for it there. I think he kind of just scared us off track. But look at this. So look at this straight line speed. We're using ERS. We've got it up in overtake. But here comes Lando Norris, and Norris absolutely blasts past us there, and it's Sebastian Vettel who's in the pit. So Vettel had some front wing damage. And also Théo Pourchaire has some front wing damage, and also Zhou Guanyu. So Théo Pourchaire had some front wing damage due to our start, I believe. And Zhou Guanyu has some front wing damage due to Norris pushing me into him. But you can see there Norris, we were able to get him on the brakes. But here we go to the end of lap 2, and Norris once again. Yeah, that is literally taking candy from a baby. Let's take a look at it on the replay. Lando Norris doing 333 kilometers per hour. And we're only doing a measly 320. So Norris, without DRS, has a 10 kph speed advantage. We are so slow in a straight line. I'll be seeing now as we go to lap number 6. Norris has pulled away a huge gap from us. It's 3.7, more like 3.8 seconds now to Lando Norris. He's pulling away every single time we go down in a straight line. He's so much faster than us. And you can see now we're coming under threat here from Alexander Albon, and we run wide again. But thankfully, because we haven't got it on strict corner cut, we are allowed to do that. I haven't got it on strict corner cut because I'm not too bothered about that. You can see there as we run wide, we almost go into the wall there. That was us understeering. We are struggling massively here. And here comes Alex Albon now with the DRS. We're using DRS, but we've got no chance of holding Albon off. Albon goes through and takes the position from us there. Alex Albon up to P14, and we're now down to P15. But as we go to lap 9, look at this. The safety car's out. So the safety car has been deployed here in Baku. I'm not sure why, because I couldn't see anything on the replays. Yeah, I've got no idea why the safety car's been deployed, but it has. And if you could see there, we actually had some front wing damage, which I didn't realise. Yeah, we had a slight nibble of front wing damage on the front left, so we box in at the end of lap 9, and we're going to change the front wing because we don't want any front wing damage. We're struggling in a straight line. The last thing we want is to then struggle in the corners, so we're going to change the front wing here. Hopefully it's a good stop. We got an optimal turn in, so it should be a good stop. Off goes the wing, on goes the new wing, and a set of hard compound tyres. But look at this Pulse Motorsport, they have a slow stop. They struggle to get the wing on, and we lose a place now to the GOAT himself. Goatifi goes past us, and then for good measure we run wide at the exit. It looks like Daniel Ricciardo, who was right behind us, also had some front wing damage, but this is going to be exciting now. I hope you guys are enjoying this race. If you are, of course, as always, smash that like button, drop a comment down below, and of course subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I just want to say thank you to everyone who has joined the channel, started subscribing, because I have seen the viewership starting to go up, and it's really, really appreciated from me. I am, of course, a very, very small YouTuber who's only just starting, so every comment I get, every like I get, I really do appreciate. So thank you guys so much. But now let's get back to the race and back to the restarting. Goatifi with the GOAT strats goes down the inside, and is he going to be able to get past Sebastian Vettel? He does. The weapon of mass destruction, Nicholas Latifi, goes down the inside past Sebastian Vettel, and he might even get Lance Stroll. Goatifi's had an incredible restart here, and is he going to get down the inside past Lance Stroll? Is he going to do it? Ah, he didn't, but we looked there down the inside past Sebastian Vettel. I thought for a second though Latifi was going to go for it, but he just couldn't make it stick, sadly. But Goatifi then going past Sebastian Vettel and up now into P16. And we're in P18. We've got Daniel Ricciardo, our rival, bearing down our neck. He is all up our gearbox. He is right behind us, and surely when we finish the lap and go down the pit straight, he's going to be able to find a way past us, because he's got some straight line speed. That boy has got a lot of straight line speed. That Aussie in that McLaren with the Mercedes power unit is so much faster than us. You've got to remember, we've still got the weakest engine on the grid. Like, we've still got the weakest engine. We've got the Renault power units as well, which is not the best. And we're against people who are in Mercedes powered cars who are much faster than us. So, yeah, we're struggling, and it's something we do need to look at. We're still trying our best. Every upgrade focusing on the front wing, focusing on drag reduction, because we really need it to succeed now as we go to lap 15. Look at this. There's Latifi and Vettel. They're going wheel to wheel. Vettel's going to try and find a move around the outside. Can he make it stick? Yes, he does. But Latifi's got the DRS. And he's going to go to the inside. He's coming back at Sebastian Vettel. And that's even going to give me an opportunity. And we're going to go down the inside on both of them. We've done a Norris. We've done a Lando Norris. And it's ended in contact. Oh, no, there's contact. And we smash into Zhou Guanyu as well. And we've lost our front wing. Théo Pourchaire goes through. And once again, the safety car has been deployed for a second time. That was completely my fault. And I'm going to be fully honest, that was my fault. I did exactly what Lando Norris did on the first lap. I went for a very audacious, stupid move down the inside, which just didn't work out. And in that, we've lost our front wing. And you can see there's Daniel Ricciardo. That's Ricciardo pulling over because Ricciardo's had an engine failure. And he is out now of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. So we're almost certainly going to get a faster lap time than our rival in this Grand Prix. We're going to finish ahead of him, of course, because, well, he's out. And also, yeah, we should get a lot of points on him in the rival index. So that's a good thing for us. We're doing very well. You can see here we have a front wing change due to the damage, which, of course, like I said, was my fault. And yeah, it was a silly move by me, so I apologize for that, guys. It's not exactly what you want to see. It was very bad driving by me. And yeah, we lost our front wing and a lot of positions. So you can see here, we actually come into the pits again. And the reason for that is because the safety car didn't come out. The safety car stayed out for a few laps. So I thought, you know what? We're going to pit again. Get another fresh set of soft tyres on. Close up to the pack. And have an extra 2 laps of fresh tyres. Because, yeah, we did lose about 2 laps of freshness under the safety car. So I thought we would pit again and go for the freshest tyres possible. You can see here on the restart, Sebastian Vettel blocks us off there. He was, I was going to try and move down the inside, but Vettel blocks us off and stops us from being able to get past. But into turn 2, are we able to get Vettel down the inside? He gives us the space this time. We just don't get a good enough exit. We kind of got boxed in by Théo Pourchaire there as he was trying to get down the inside past Latifi. But he was unable to do that. And now he's under pressure from Sebastian Vettel. But he turns that into offense as he goes past Nicholas Latifi. And now he's going to try to get past Kevin Magnussen as well. And we go down the inside on Sebastian Vettel there. That's a brave move. That's not one that was really on. But you can see on the exit of the corner, we get a much better exit. And down the inside, past Sebastian Vettel we go. Another spot you don't normally see overtakes, but we've got a huge tyre advantage. And with that, we go down the inside, past Sebastian Vettel. And up now into P20. Next up is the GOAT himself, Nicholas Latifi. You can see we have a little bit of oversteer there on the exit. So these tyres not fully up to temperature yet. As we go now to the end of lap 19, start to lap 20. We haven't got the DRS yet because the DRS has not been reactivated, but we are using some ERS and we've got the slipstream. And we're going to go for it down the inside on Nicholas Latifi. Can we make it stick? Yes, we can. Past Nicholas Latifi there and up now into P19. A good move there to get past him. And next up is Kevin Magnussen, and Magnussen has lost out to my teammate Théo Pourchaire. That's a big surprise there. Théo Pourchaire doing an excellent job to get past Kevin Magnussen, and that is exactly what Théo Pourchaire needs for this season. He has been struggling a little bit with focus, so doing things like that, getting past Magnussen is going to help him out no end. And we go down the inside past Kevin Magnussen, and it's a good move there to get up now to P18. So there we go now, past Magnussen up to P18. Next up is the teammate, Théo Pourchaire. We go a lap later and look at this. We're now in the slipstream right behind Théo Pourchaire. We're going to get the DRS, of course. So here we go now, DRS, ERS and slipstream. And we're going to be able to go down the inside on Théo Pourchaire. Into turn 1, can we make it stick? Down the inside we go, yes we can, through past Théo Pourchaire. And that's P17 now in this Azerbaijan Grand Prix. So that is absolutely fantastic for us. And Pourchaire there looks like he's lost out to Magnussen and Vettel. As we go to the end of lap 24, starts to lap 25, and that's Lando Norris diving into the pits. I don't know what happened there to Norris, but that's given us a free position, and we're up now to P14 in this Grand Prix. We have a snap of oversteer on the exit, and as we go to the end of lap 25, Kevin Magnussen's all over us. Magnussen goes down the inside. This is not a spot to overtake. Magnussen goes down the inside and he puts us in the wall. Magnussen absolutely just dove down the inside, clattered over the curve, and has put us in the wall. Sebastian Vettel has also crashed into us, and Vettel is out of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Théo Pourchaire is out of the Grand Prix. Gotifi looks like he's out as well because he's broken his front wing. And that was a huge incident there by all started by Kevin Magnussen going for a really ridiculous lunge down the inside, putting us in the wall. He hit the wall as well, but it looks like he's somehow got away with it. We've lost our front wing. We've got no front wing, but because it's the last lap next, I thought, you know what, let's stay out. Nicholas Latifi, bless him, has been disqualified from the Grand Prix. The GOAT's curse. The GOAT is out, sadly. But yeah, look at this. We've got no front wing now, and look at this. Look at the straight line speed we've got with no front wing. We're able to hit now 345 kph. That's definitely the highest speed we've had all season, but we've got no front downforce, as you can see there. And we've also got no rear downforce because our rear wing has been severely damaged as well. So through there goes Carlos Sainz and obviously Lando Norris. It's only a matter of time before he goes past as well. And that's really the end of this race. So that's the last lap. And yeah, we just got no performance. So it's P17. It's a disastrous end to what was otherwise a pretty good Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
That's the end of the race. See you in Parc Fermé.
Somehow Kevin Magnussen got driver of the day. I very much disagree with that. He took 4 cars out of the race.
What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
I think a large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay out of trouble.
Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sport that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win.
So after a fantastic Azerbaijan Grand Prix there, which was a bit difficult for us, Max Verstappen wins the race from Charles Leclerc in second, Sergio Perez third, George Russell fourth, Pierre Gasly fifth, Ocon sixth, and all French fifth and sixth, Bottas seventh, Tsunoda in eighth, Mick Schumacher ninth, and Alonso rounds out the top 10 for this race. Next up, we're going to take a look now here. See Latifi out, Ricciardo out, Hamilton out as well. He had an engine failure, I forgot to show that. Théo Pourchaire and Sebastian Vettel all out as well. And we finished dead last in P17 without a front wing and a 5-second time penalty. So a bit of a disastrous result for us. And as we go now to the Drivers' Championship, look at that, Charles Leclerc, his lead has come down now. It's only a 36-point gap, but still fairly healthy from Max Verstappen in second. We moved down to P14 in the Drivers' Championship as Pierre Gasly had an excellent result there for AlphaTauri and gave them a lot of points. You see there AlphaTauri jump us in the Constructors' Championship as we drop to P9 in the Constructors with 6 points. So thank you all so much for watching. Apologies it wasn't the cleanest race from me, but it was still a great race. And as always, comment, leave a like, and if you haven't already, of course, subscribe to the channel for more F1 content. Thank you all so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.